Hi, Aries, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your September 2022 full moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, I would like to give a heartfelt thank you to all the prayers, all the well wishes, all the donations for Padme. I don't know how to say this other than, unfortunately, she did not make it. And I can't dwell on it right now, or else I'm just going to start to cry, because that seems to be what I do. So just thank you so much. My mom is getting better on the mend. It has been a very heartbreaking and challenging time. So thank you all so much for all your well wishes, all your prayers, all your donations. You guys are just beyond amazing. So thank you. Okay. So now let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Okay, so let's talk about this full moon. This full moon is the harvest moon, which is the full moon that happens nearest to the fall equinox. So what's really powerful about this moon is that the moon added brightness to the land so that farmers could continue farming now and back in the day of candlelight, right? So this is a Pisces full moon. So there is going to be a lot of connection with our dreams, but also I really see this as a more clear-sighted time for us to look at what we desire, what we want, what's really important to us. And I do feel like that's because the moon illuminates much sooner, as well as it being in Pisces. So as well as it being connected just almost instinctually to our dreams. Now, this full moon happens on the 9th of September. It also happens on the 10th. Well, it happens on the 10th of September at like 5 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, 5:59, so like 5, 6 in the morning. So here, this moon is going to deeply affect us in a way because it also correlates with Mercury retrograde, which happens on September 9th. So this time correlates. And I've always seen that Mercury retrograde really brings up things that we've kind of been pushing into the shadows, and now it starts to come forward. So now things are going to start to come forward where, yes, Mercury retrograde makes it so that we, need to work on our communications. Things get crossed, in our communications. But what's also going to happen is that things that need to come out start to come out, and things that need to be looked at that we haven't wanted to, well, now they're getting looked at in a very real way, especially with this full moon. So let's see what energy we need to be mindful of during this full moon. Angels and spirit guides. Ooh, I love that. Okay, this is the Hangman. And the first thing that Spirit brought forward is very much a sense of feeling trapped and not seeing things the same way as everybody else. So we're not feeling as if we're fitting in, and we're not seeing things the way that we think we should be. There's also something here because the sickle just really came out very, very powerfully there in the corner. There's something about needing to clear things away. Okay, things are going to come up again in correlation with this Mercury retrograde. It makes perfect sense. Things are going to be coming up that need to be cleared away. We're going to start seeing things differently, or we're going to be embracing a fact that we're not like everybody else, and there's nothing wrong with that. Or we're not like, the vast majority of people. There are always going to be people like us out there. So here, it's understanding that yes, we might feel different, and yes, we might also feel trapped, but it's not letting that tear us down or keep us from where we need to be in our lives and moving forward the way that we need to for ourselves. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Okay. Okay, what's very interesting, the Knight of Cups comes forward, right? And the cups represent the Pisces energy. This is going to be a time where our heart very much takes on a warrior sense, a warrior's way of moving things forward. But we're also going to see that we need to kind of set up what we want. We need to look at what it is that we desire. We can kind of get caught up in the romance of it if they paid attention, or if they really cared, they'd know. And that they could be our work space, it could be our, the people that we love, it could be anything. But it's almost a feeling like if you were paying attention, I wouldn't have to say this. And what is coming forward is just be very mindful of feeling, not feeling, but taking it out on others when we're not expressing what we need for ourselves. So it can be, instead of getting really frustrated with a person and it causing a fight because there's something here that's causing a rift, we just address it. This is going to be a time where, we're in Mercury retrograde. This is a full moon that illuminates but also brings forward our dreams and what we deeply desire. So a lot is coming forward, and we can be afraid of miscommunication. We can be afraid of things being muddled, but we also have to be really honest with what we want and where we're headed and what's right for us and what isn't. So this is going to be a time where we really start taking a stance towards where we want to be for us and what's important for us. We need to not be combative, which is going to be what we instinctually and initially want to go to. We kind of want a fight, and it's just the bubbling up of emotions coming forward that makes us think, oh, well, I'm just going to be reactionary, instead of thinking it through, setting things up a little bit more methodically, because we're crowned here by the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is wealth and prosperity and abundance. It's earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The sun is in Virgo. We can be born on the cusp with Taurus, right? As Aries. We can also be born on the cusp with Pisces. So there is this sense here of prosperity and success. There is also a sense of being more connected with our dreams than maybe even we would want to admit as an Aries. As an Aries, we want to set down facts and go after what we desire. But here there's a sense of, okay, set down facts, go after it, yes, but plant those seeds, watch it, nurture it. Structure and caring is going to be so important. And with the Pisces energy coming forward, we could have our moon in Pisces, or we could have strong Pisces within our chart. And it's really showing us that our dreams are valid and our dreams need to be heard, because a lot of times, Aries, we can just, kind of push it down and say, is it practical? If it's not practical, I'm not going to contend with it. If it is practical, then I will look at it. And here we're nurturing prosperity and greatness and abundance. And there is a sense that not everything that's going to get us what we want and is going to bring forward the wealth that we desire is going to be practical, but it is going to work out in the long run. This is going to be a time where we see a lot of wealth being planted. We see a lot of prosperity moving ourselves forward. We're also going to start holding ourselves in a different way, being very much in authority of what we want and an authority of what we want. Now, the Seven of Wands is very interesting because there's conflict coming forward. And what we have learned and what we have been through is we've been through conflict, and we can be sitting there saying, oh my gosh, I don't want this anymore. I don't want any more anger or yelling or screaming or, frustration in my life. I want things to be calm. People come at us. We have to be calm. We have to be centered. We have to say to ourselves, where's the peace within me? And what do I need to do to keep that peace moving forward? Having our stress levels through the roof, that's not healthy for us. It's just not going to be. And as an Aries, as, a person represented by the god of war, right? We thrive in stress. We're good at it. We're good at, conquering and moving things forward and going after what we desire. So here, just be very mindful of that we can kind of thrive in stressful situations, and we can have a tendency to think, okay, I can get what I want by being a little bit more combative, by, going after and pushing. And we forget about the peace that we need. We forget about the sleep that we need. We forget about taking care of us. And that taking care of us is just going to be imperative, because we're going to find ourselves moving forward in wealth. But we have to, and it's going to be a have to. We have to remember that we matter. Now it moves us to temperance. Now temperance is Sagittarius energy, all right? But it's balance. We need things to be balanced, the day and the night. The harvest moon brings a beacon of light forward, so the farmers can work, so we can see. And there's a balance that's coming with the day and the night. The day is kind of bleeding into the night, and the night is kind of bleeding into the day. And we need to also understand, as this happens, our dreams are bleeding into our reality. Our reality is bleeding into our dreams. What messages are coming forward? How are we balancing ourselves? What is it that we need? What is it that we desire? What is it that we're looking for? And who is it that we are? Temperance is saying, move forward in harmony. If we do not find our peace, if we are letting our hearts rule us to such an extent that we're only going off of emotion and being kind of like, it's kind of like having a hair trigger and saying, okay, I'm just going for it. I'm just acting. I'm just responding to things. We're not going to get to where we need to be. And this is a time where peace and a sense of, I'm worthy of wealth. I'm worthy of prosperity. I'm worthy of abundance. That energy starts to change us. That energy has us holding ourselves in a very different way, has us calling forward wealth in a very different way. It has us looking at the world around us and saying, what is it that's valuable to me? And what is it that isn't? Now, subconsciously, for this tarot reading, we have strength, which is Leo energy. And this is a real sense of subconsciously, I do want to say, we're kind of ready for a fight. We are. We're ready to say that we're strong, that we're powerful, things aren't going to hold us down. But we need to also realize that that strength is not just the brute force strength. It is the strength of healing. It is the strength of connecting. But it's also the strength within us to say, there's fierceness within me, yes. But I can stand true for myself. I can stand true in what I love and what I need. And that's going to be really important in getting me to the next level. All right? Not being reactionary, but knowing our worth and knowing our value. Because there is going to be something that's happening here that makes us question it, that makes us question, how can we move forward? Where is it that we want to be? So let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay. So I love that. This is bringing the prosperity angle very much forward. Luck is on your side. It's also carrying forward strong Sagittarius energy. Luck is on your side. You're taking aim. You're going after what you want. This is a time of the Virgo sun, right? So this is an earth time. This is a time of the Hermit card. The Virgo is represented by the Hermit, turning into ourselves, seeing what we want, knowing that luck is on our side, that we are prosperous, that we are bountiful, even if we don't feel that way, even if it feels like everything is turning against us, and it feels like it's been harder than it's ever needed to be. Luck is on your side. There's prosperity and dignity and bounty to you. Embrace that. Now, what we have here is will. Do we have the will to stand tall within ourselves while we are being attacked? While everything is going haywire? When it feels like things aren't moving forward the way that we need them to? Will we let ourselves be swept away by the current of kind of like the angry mob? And that's a really big question. Will we stand in our hearts and in our truths and in what we love? Or will we let that anger move us in a direction that we don't want to be in the long run? It moves us to hunger. We hunger for the Knight of Cups. We hunger to let our hearts move things forward. Maybe not to be quite as practical all the time. And the moon is showing us that we're hungering for love, for connection, for acceptance, for insight, for beauty, for these ideas to come forward. And this is going to be a time where we don't let our emotions run away with us, because that can be a bit dangerous. But we embrace our heart and we say, how do I let love guide me forward? Because what the cards are showing us, what Spirit is showing us, is that, and what the moon is showing us, is that we've ignored that side of us for quite some time. We haven't really sat within ourselves and said, what is it that I want? We've asked what everybody else wants of us, what is expected of us, but not what we truly desire. So that's going to be a big thing here. And then we have blossoming. As we embrace temperance, again, that's Sagittarius energy coming forward. We are blossoming into the person that we want to be as we find balance within ourselves, but also as we connect with our angels, as we connect with our spirit guides, as we see what it is that we want, as we look at the bigger picture. There's also a sense, now either there's a music around you, so there's a sense of hearing a music that isn't playing, or needing to play a record, not a record, yeah, it could be a record, but playing music that just calls to your soul, that balances you, that connects with you, that's going to be highly beneficial. So there's some connection with music here, and there could be just a song that's been constantly playing in your head that you need to hear all the lyrics of, or there's something that you're connecting to here, and it's going to be through the vibrational sounds of the vibrational waves of music. So just be aware of this. So let's look at what the moon has to say for herself subconsciously. And there's the energy of focus and believe in the impossible. Focus. Focus on your third eye opening. Focus on what it is that you truly desire. Because this moon lets us start to believe in the impossible. It brings forward what we've hungered for, that connection with the heart. And as we open up to it, there's almost a sense of the whimsical, the fancy, the beauty. It's coming back. Where you start to believe in what we have thought would be impossible. What we had thought, would be unobtainable. And now we're starting to see, oh no, this is what I need now. This is how I need to be for me. Like this is what I am. It moves us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. The Two of Cups. This is healing, beautiful love. We need to be mindful of people taking advantage, but we also need to be mindful of something that once was healing, or that we thought was healing, now is starting to be a bit toxic to us, starting to be a bit overwhelming. We are also being told to connect with what we love, to connect with what heals us, what grounds us, what centers us, and be very mindful of being pulled away from what we truly desire because of other people's opinions, because of responsibilities that seem to be just drowning us. Be very aware of this. Our hearts need to be center focus here. And by embracing what we love, we embrace who we are. And that's going to be a powerful guide for this moon and for ourselves, Aries. Okay, Aries. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Once again, thank you all so very much for your prayers, for your healing energy, for your well wishes, for your donations. It has been one heck of a road. Okay. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power and beauty of seeing things a bit differently and of letting our hearts truly shine forward. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aries, and may you have a blessed moon.